Thank you for being with us on the Feast of the Chair of St. Peter. Our top story tonight, President Joe Biden tells supporters at a campaign fundraiser in California if Republicans pass a national ban on abortion, that he will veto it. And in Michigan today, his Vice President Kamala Harris held another pro-abortion event, which the Biden administration has dubbed the Fight for Reproductive Freedoms Tour. White House Correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen?
Tracy, tonight the Biden administration's all-out push for abortion expansion continues. Vice President Kamala Harris tweeting today that when they win Democratic majorities in Congress, President Joe Biden will sign into law a bill that reinstates the protections of Roe v. Wade.
Vice President Kamala Harris meets with pro-abortion advocates in Grand Rapids, Michigan. In 2022, after Roe v. Wade was tossed, Michigan voters changed the state's constitution to make abortion legal.
But it should not be the government telling people what to do with their bodies.
Her trip comes just days after the Alabama Supreme Court ruled that frozen embryos are legally considered children, the majority ruling stating unborn children are children without exception.
So on the one hand, the proponents are saying that an individual doesn't have a right to end an unwanted pregnancy, and on the other hand, the individual does not have a right to start a family.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, while aboard Air Force One on Tuesday, blasted the Alabama ruling, blaming Republican elected officials.
But this is exactly the type of chaos that we expected when the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade and paved the way for politicians to dictate some of the most personal decisions families can make.
But pro-life advocate Lila Rose of Live Action defending and praising the court's decision, writing on X, the Alabama Supreme Court has correctly recognized preborn human babies, regardless of their age or location, as humans worthy of equal rights and protection. And she released this video.
But the reality is these are little babies, just a few weeks old. And yes, they're frozen, which is one of the reasons IVF is so morally fraught, because you're literally freezing a new human life, letting it be in abstention for years.
Rose also emphasizing human embryos are someone's son or daughter.
If the baby at 10 weeks old or 3 weeks old in utero is a human, the baby at 3 weeks old in a petri dish is a human too.
Now, President Biden blames the Alabama decision on the overturning of Roe v. Wade. But as you just heard, pro-lifers continue to fight for the sanctity of life at any age. And separately tonight in California out west, President Biden met earlier today with Alexei Navalny's widow and daughter. And tomorrow the president will announce sanctions against Vladimir Putin, all in response to the death of their top Russian opposition leader, Navalny. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.